Well, there was some hilarity on New Year's Day with the Somali scammers doing interviews about how they are the victims while wearing $2,500 designer glasses, as well as another press conference that goes horribly wrong as a Minnesota mom suddenly has to end her speech after admitting, of course, what we all knew, fraud is bad. Happy New Year to everybody. My name's Jeremy. This is The Quartering. If you appreciate the news on New Year's Day, I hope that you'll leave a like on the video and you'll subscribe down below. Got a lot to do in 2026. Got some big announcements coming up. Whole new line of content coming out. We're gonna do some hard work in 26 to improve the quality of the show, add some diversity to our content, and lock back in and get back to growing. So I hope that you guys are in for a fun ride. Let's start with this, which I think is hilarious, obviously. Mortifying moment, anti-Trump Minnesota mom suddenly cuts speech short after admitting, of course, fraud is bad. I mean, this is just so good. Minnesota mom who ripped Trump for freezing childcare cuts remarks short after admitting fraud is bad. Now, Donald Trump has now gone like truly berserk with this, deciding now that he's going to freeze funding everywhere, which is exactly what I wanted him to do. Like, he's listening to what people want. A Minnesota mother who spoke out Wednesday against the Trump administration's freezing of childcare funding abruptly cut her own remarks short after accidentally admitting that fraud is bad. Deco Noor, a medical student whose 4-year-old attends a daycare center outside Minneapolis, told reporters at New Year's Eve press conference that her child will be one of more than 20,000 losing access to facilities without federal help. Look, I mean, then we should be on the same page, right? We should absolutely be on the same page in terms of, fraud being bad, right? I mean, we should totally agree that fraud is bad and that we need to get it rooted out. Absolutely, positively. I rely on childcare. I work. If childcare is cut, I'm unable to go to work or school, she said, by beginning her next sentence declaring, I understood fraud is bad, but... Like, are you kidding me? I got to find this actual, you understand fraud is bad, but there is no but after that, except for the American people being the butt of the joke, I suppose. I guess, let's see, fraud is bad. Where is this? Why can't I find the, here, maybe this one. Here it is.
Is cut. I'm unable to work or go to school. I understand fraud is bad.
Uh-oh. Ha 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 ha. Oh my God, it's just so good. It's just so good. I don't understand. I mean, are we serial here? Are we, seriously? Are we gonna pretend that she didn't just have yeah, well, obviously fraud is bad. How about this daycare activist accidentally admitting there's fraud?
And I do see some signs over here that say stop fraud, and I agree, stop it. There are wait lists for these programs that are years long. There is fraud,
Whoops. Whoopsies. Oopsie doopsie poopsie. Oops. I mean, these people are out here quite literally saying, yeah, well, fraud is bad, but come on, guys. How else am I going to defraud the government without fraud? Why? How am I going to defraud the government without? I mean, come on, guys. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do here? Part of the reason I'm working today is I'm trying to work on a new setup a little bit and figure out What exactly is going on? Why this window is so dark? I'm not sure why it's so dark. It's weird. Maybe it's just, I'll see it in post, I suppose. But anyway, of course we have this. Minnesota daycare worker accused of wearing $2,500 glasses at press conference announcing theft of enrollment documents as Somali mom speaks through interpreter to request continued funding. No, we won't be doing that. We just won't be doing that. Sorry, not sorry. I mean, this is crazy.
The government say that they are cutting support will be very hurtful, and it will be hard for us to continue working and providing for our families.
America markay waxaana lagu dhahay safe waaye waa ka shaqaysan kartaa xisaabtan kartaa hadda laakiin taas ma dareemayno waxaan dareemaynaa in xiriyo khaldan oo wadankana laga cayrinayo.
Being a Somali American, I was always told that it is safe here and you are welcomed here, and this is no longer the story that I feel and my kids feel.
waxaan rajeynayaa in dowladda state-ko ay daycare-ka noo
Oh, I think I'm going to try to see if I can fix this in real time. I think maybe it's HDR that's doing that. Let's see. I don't know. Whoa. That's crazy. I don't know. I probably shouldn't have done that in real time. If I'm all blown out for the rest of this video, my apologies, but it does look like maybe this got better. I don't know. Yikes. Maybe I shouldn't have, maybe I shouldn't have been screwing with it mid video, but you know, well, I'll try it in a different video. But anyhoozle, it's so wild how like these people who have been defrauding the American taxpayer and, you know, the American people, they're just like, well, what do you mean? What do you mean we can't commit fraud? This is crazy. Now, this guy here, the Somali daycare manager, appears to be wearing $2,500 glasses. Now, that's a lot more expensive than my glasses. Chrome Hearts by Cox Euchre. I noticed that a lot of these Somalis who are Muslim are big fans of designer brands. Have you guys noticed that? Now this says $145. Low cost versions, knockoffs are available though. Okay. The whole thing, you know, this guy who's like, well, we got robbed yesterday. We got robbed. I mean, these people are just spitting in our faces.
A viral YouTube video.
I mean, that's really the issue. They're spitting in our faces. The American people are done with it. You see all these people that are talking about now, hey, I'm not going to pay taxes. You know, I'm not going to pay taxes next year. Now we have like CNN trying to, and then like the mainstream media is trying to discredit it.
Doors and talk to people at various daycares he claims are frauds. Did you come during their normal operating hours when you came to visit?
I came at 11 a.m., I believe, and I also came the following day later in the day. The point of it is not whether or not I came at the right time of their operation hours. The point is that blacked out doors, they can't give you any information. You call that number, no one answers. I wasn't trying to go inside, and there should be a way for somebody to actually be able to call that number and somebody be able to answer. These aren't real businesses.
But surely you don't think a daycare should just be unlocked. You shouldn't be able to just walk into a
There
daycare.
should be a reception.
No, every daycare is locked.
Their doors are locked.
And so, okay, you bring up a fair point. Then why can't they actually give me information how to enroll a child?
They're like, surely you shouldn't be able to walk in. Yeah, but surely you would see that there are no kids there. Like, there are no kids there. That's kind of the point. That's kind of the point. Now Health and Human Services are pausing childcare payments to all states.
Tonight, a stunning move by the Trump administration. The Department of Health and Human Services says it will place new restrictions on billions of dollars in federal child care funds for every state in the U.S. The sweeping decision comes amid allegations of fraud in Minnesota. Here's ABC's Jay O'Brien.
Tonight, the Trump administration abruptly announcing new restrictions on billions of dollars in child care funding for all states in response to what officials allege is widespread fraud in Minnesota.
We believe the state of Minnesota has allowed scammers and fake daycares to siphon millions of taxpayer dollars over the past decade.
The Department of Health and Human Services saying all of the more than $12 billion in child care grants distributed coast to coast by the Administration for Children and Families will now require a justification and a receipt or photo evidence before being distributed.
Should have been that way anyway.
According to HHS, nearly 20,000 children affected in Minnesota alone.
There are a lot of very scared and confused, both families and providers right now.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz accusing President Trump of politicizing the issue to defund programs that help Minnesotans. Also writing, we've spent...
Well, it's applying to every state. So there's really no if and buts or ors about it, right? It's not just Minnesota. Now everyone's going to have to suffer. And as a taxpayer who pays 45% of every dollar I make, so you think it's bad for you, $45 of every dollar I make goes to the U.S. government. I want to know where that's going. And if they're going to, continue to be okay with fraud, then I'm fine with everybody's getting paused. It's crazy. People who pay the minimum want to know the truth. They want to know what's going on with this. I mean, the whole thing is this is definitely a gift for Trump. I want, hopefully, obviously, something to get done about it. We also have new immigration restrictions that go into place now. We've got the big, beautiful bill kicking in.
Now to the growing investigation into a fraud scheme involving taxpayer money that was supposed to be spent on social services.
Oops.
Some claim the fraud in Minnesota could total more than $1 billion.
Federal agents say they're now going door to door in Minnesota, investigating what officials describe as
2026 is going to be a wild year. New immigration restrictions go into effect today. New lockdowns on H-1Bs. Absolutely happy to see it. He's got a lot to get done this year, and hopefully some people need to go to prison. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.